Hey guys, it's Nancy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about some of the new recent updates that Instacart has released. Go ahead and make sure you subscribe and also hit that bell so you can get notified whenever I post a new video here on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and read the email, and it just says Instacart has grown over the years, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna go ahead and get to the part y'all care about. Okay? That's why starting next week, so this email went out last week Thursday, why we're starting a number of updates for the shopper community designed to pay more for larger and more complex batches while adjusting earnings for much smaller convenient orders that require less effort. All at the core of these updates are several approaches. I'm going to go ahead and break down all of the updates that Instacart has recently implemented. The first one is going to be heavy batches, and it just says here, heavy item pay of at least $2 will be added to batches that have heavy items and will always be on top of the batch minimum. Shoppers can opt out of heavy batches and, as always, will never be penalized for not selecting a batch. Now, Instacart previously had already had heavy batch pay, but now it looks like they're adding an extra $2 on top of that. Second update by Instacart is going to be long distance batches, and I'll just read what they wrote. It says, we'll now take into account the estimated distance the shopper has to drive to the store once they accept the batch. It's about time, Instacart. If not now, then when? It says, for example, a small batch with 5 items offered to a shopper 10 miles away could pay $10 or more in Instacart Pay to account for the expected extra time spent driving. Instead of paying a specific amount for each mile, we'll now balance all the parts that make up batch pay, including total items, how heavy those items are, the expected time needed to shop the batch, where the batch is located, and the estimated driving distance needed to deliver the batch. So they weren't doing that at first, like, what? I mean, yeah, you have to I factor in all of that before I accept the batch, because a lot of times you will waste your time if you just accept anything. You don't look at the distance, you don't look at how many items, you don't look at how heavy the items are. Like, you have to factor all of that in. So, I mean, that's good that they're now factoring all of that when it comes to how much a batch is going to be worth. The next thing Instacart is rolling out is it's now going to show you peak earning times. Now, before we could all see peak earning days from Monday through Sunday, Instacart would give us a little graph to show us the best days to shop, but now they're going to break it down hour by hour, which I wouldn't be shocked if the morning time is the best time to shop and earn on Instacart. I feel like it's going to vary depending on your market or the times. I'm curious to see according to their analytics, the best times to shop. If you go to, I believe it's where they have the promos and stuff, where it tells you that, and you can just click on new peak times hour by hour, and it says it's coming. So hopefully by the end of the week we can see the best times to shop on Instacart. Last update is going to be bad weather tips. You guys have seen me in my car with my windshield wipers on, like, it's raining. And customers typically will give you cash tips, but now customers can tip in the app. And I'll just read what it says. It says, we know shoppers also want to be recognized by customers when they put in more effort, so we'll begin to encourage customers to tip more when the weather is inclement, as a way to show their appreciation for the extra effort shoppers put into their orders. So now now customers will be able to add a tip for bad weather. If you do decide to do Instacart in those conditions, I'm pretty sure customers will, feel that need to want to give you a tip in that. The other thing that Instacart is rolling out is the bad weather tips. So those are basically all of the updates. If you were like me and you saw those $4 new Instacart updated batch pay is $4, and you saw those videos and you were like, oh my God, what's happening? With that being said, always use your best judgment when selecting a batch. If it doesn't make sense to you, when you factor in the time, the distance, the amount of effort you have to, as far as how much work will it take you to actually load these items into a cart and into your car, then unload them, factor in all of that stuff, then just take what makes sense to you, So honestly, I'm a little bit kind of like, okay, let me just see. I read it, but I want to see it in motion. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.